What's up guys, Vibin' Jivin' back with another video. I know you guys have been missing the kind of podcast plus gameplay series, so I'm back with another one. Today's topic is gonna be, is life a game? It's something I think about a lot, and it actually kind of helps me get a lot of work done, no cap. Please consider using code JivanTV in the item shop, and let's get into this video. So my personal opinion is that life does have a lot of qualities that games have. But that doesn't make life a game in general, like life is life, you know what I mean? But I do like to look at life as a game at some points in time, because it helps me out in certain situations. In games, you want to find the best way to do things, that way you can have the best success and win the game. For example, in Fortnite, you want to learn all the best piece control techniques, all the best peek shots. That way you have those tools in your belt and you can use them to succeed in the game. Similarly in life, I try to build up the best techniques to succeed. One example is my organizational skills. Keeping track of everything on a schedule and having a day-by-day routine to help me get the most work done in the least amount of time possible, and weeding out all those dull parts of the day where I have nothing going and I don't know what to do. Obviously they're super different techniques, but it's the same idea. You're building these techniques, that way you can succeed at what you're trying to do. Now a much more similar example would be role-playing games. When you're playing like GTA and you're trying to collect money, that way you can buy stuff and, raise your success in the game, raise your status. That's the same thing in life, you're trying to save up money so you can get the things you need to live the best life possible. Obviously though, video games, they're literally based off our reality, otherwise they wouldn't exist. The place we get all these ideas, such as collecting money to buy items, it's the same thing in real life, The creators of the game just wanted to make the game feel just like life. And it succeeded because now life is almost starting to feel like these games. So now the other thing is that in video games, we have objectives, win the game, complete the quest, whatever it is. We have objectives in our real life just like we do in video games. For example, long-term goals like building a family, finding happiness, gaining wealth. We have all these goals, but the difference is, in video games, it's set up for us by the creators of the game. But in life, we set up our own goals. Whether they're short-term or long-term goals, we set those up for ourselves, which is what makes life amazing. If you want something in life, all you gotta do is set a goal and start working towards it. And then you can use your techniques such as organizational skills, having a practice routine in real life, just working towards these goals. That's an amazing thing. And that's very similar to a game. Another similarity is competition. In games, there's so much competition. Everyone's trying to become the best at the game, and the same thing goes for real life, whether it be competing for a job, competing for a girl or a boy, whatever it is. So much competition in both real life and games. Now, one thing that I just want to note, because this is really important, there's a line to draw. You don't want to think of life as a total game, because if you go into life with that mindset, you might start devaluing the people around you. You need to have respect for your neighbors, respect for the other people in this world. And if you view life as a game, you might view other people as just like objects that you can manipulate and use to get what you want. That's messed up. I was looking up articles like, is life a game? And all these like psychology things popped up. These articles were saying that one of the biggest symptoms for psychopaths is people who view life as a game because they can manipulate the people around them and not even care about that, which is messed up. That's not what I'm saying when I'm making this comparison. I'm comparing goals, objectives, techniques, trying to build patterns, trying to build skills in life. I'm not saying go manipulate your friends and family. That's messed up, dude. Anyways, I'm sure you can see what I'm talking about when I compare video games and real life. Just the biggest thing to note is that video games feel like real life because of the fact that they're based on real life. The creators of the games use life around them as inspiration for the games, which is why there's so many similarities between life and video games nowadays. Now I kind of want to switch the topic and talk about something I thought about the other day while I was in the shower. It's kind of like the Matrix. The idea in the Matrix is that people are in all these chambers and their minds are hooked up to this computer, and the computer creates the world around us, and that's the world we live in. But in reality, we're just all in chambers hooked up to this machine. It's pretty similar to that, but here's the idea I had. So imagine you're in a whole nother universe, and they released this new game called Earth. You're interested, and so you go into this other universe's GameStop, and you're like, yo, let me get into Earth, Mr. GameStop man. And he says, bet, all right, that'll be $60. And so you're all signed up and ready to go, but there's a meeting that you have to attend to first before you can play the game. You get to the meeting and the speaker starts talking. He says, welcome ladies and gentlemen to the game called Earth. Before you get started, it's important that you listen to these words carefully. By playing this game called Earth, you are completely giving up the life you own for 100 years. You'll be hooked up to machines that put you into a whole entire another universe. You'll have no recollection whatsoever of the world around you now. The only thing you'll know is Earth, and your objective is help civilization become the best that they can be. You'll be put into a random timeline, whether it be the year 1900 or the year 3000, and from there you'll have to adapt to the world around you, build up your life, build up connections, and help bring humanity to the next level. So say goodbye to your friends and family here, because you're going to be gone for some time. Best of luck to everybody who decides to step into Earth. Go get 'em, Tigers. Like, imagine that was actually a thing. You have the choice to just go into this game and disappear from life for 100 years. And the craziest part is that if you go into the game, you'll just be placed in any point in time as a brand new newborn baby. Can you imagine that's actually how it is? That'd be a pretty cool game, dude, not gonna lie. I might have to sign up for that if they ever bring that into our world. But it's kind of how life feels like, doesn't it? It just feels like we were spawned at a random point in time. Like, why are we here in 2021 right now, instead of like the year 1600? It's bizarre to think that we're just kind of spawned into this world at a random point in time, and like we have no choice of what time we actually got put into Earth, you know what I mean? That's one of the weirdest things to think about. It's just like, why are we here instead of like 200,000 years in the future? It's also kind of cool to think about how we've evolved over time. And like, I'm not saying I believe in evolution, like that's how we were made. I'm not going to claim any beliefs on my channel, but I'm just saying, like, okay, so imagine we were born 5,000 years earlier. We had the bare minimum technology. Like, we have houses, hammers, nails, but then go even further back to when we were cavemen. We didn't even know how to build houses. All we knew was how to build sharp sticks to hunt animals. As we made new technology, that's how humanity evolved. For example, the past 100 years, we've evolved insane amounts simply because we invented the internet, we invented cell phones. You know, we have planes, we have cars that travel faster, trains that travel faster, and we're evolving our technology more and more. And as we do that, we become stronger as a human race. I think that's a pretty cool concept to think about. I don't know if you guys think about this stuff. Like, is it just me that thinks about this? When I'm just chilling and in my head, like if I'm in the shower or something, my brain just kind of travels to these different ideas. And I just kind of think about the world around me and I'm like, dang, like this place is crazy. I was watching this show called The Society, and I don't know if you guys have ever seen that show. It's on Netflix. It kind of opened my eyes to how weird the world is, because they were just kind of spawned into this random place in that TV show, and they had to figure out how to adapt to it. Like, that's probably how it felt being the first humans ever on the earth. You're just here, and you're trying to figure out what the heck to do, where the heck you came from. I think it's crazy to think about. Let me know what you guys think of this conversation in the comments. Do you guys want to see more podcasts like this? Let me know. What do you want me to talk about? Drop it down below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, use code JivanTV in the Fortnite item shop, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.